Ebony Powell here, and we are in our third installment for my A Wrinkle in Time makeup recreation. Disney's A Wrinkle in Time was directed by Ava DuVernay and stars Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling. It opened in theaters everywhere on March 9th and had a great opening weekend. Today's tutorial is going to focus on the makeup look of Mrs. Witch, who's played by Oprah Winfrey. She's kind of like the leader of the Celestial Pack in the movie. This was actually the hardest look to recreate. It took a little bit more time and dedication and focus, but it actually turned out to be my absolute most favorite one to recreate. Really excited to get into this tutorial, so here we go. Hey guys, so we are going to start with primer as always. This is a silicone based primer and this is from Bare Minerals, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. Next I'm using this buffer brush from Morphe and I'm using my MAC Pink Pot as my base, and I'm just going to buff that onto my eyelids and then set it using, this is just a regular crease brush, and I'm using the Tarte setting powder. As you can already tell, trying to do these eyes was a little complicated. So the first thing that I did was just took this, it's like a mini paintbrush, and I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I just kind of traced the arches of my eyelids, and just so I could make sure that I knew where it was that I was going with the eyeshadow. Then I went in with actual eyeshadow paint and very, very lightly I traced out what I wanted the eyeshadow shape to look like. After I did that, I went in with this super creamy eyeliner. This eyeliner is from Tarte. It's the Amazonian Clay waterproof liner, and I actually love to use this eyeliner whenever I'm doing dark eyeshadows that need a really opaque base. So I just took the brush and filled in very slowly, small strokes, and I filled in the entire shape of the eye with this black eyeliner. Checked it out. Afterwards, I took this black eyeshadow, and this is from the Modern Mattes palette from BH Cosmetics. And I just took that black eyeshadow and I made the color even more opaque. I did a little bit at a time. The one thing that you don't want to do is get ahead of yourself and try to do a lot at one time. It was really good having these smaller brushes because I could really just take my time and work with it. And I was also able to make sure that I was filling in the tiniest creases. I kept using the same brush from Hobby Lobby, and I used this liquid glitter from NYX, and I just took a little bit at a time. This glitter was actually a little old, so it wasn't as pliable as I needed it to be. So I used a little bit at a time, and I made sure to spread that glitter all over the eye. And then just to make sure that it was sealed and everything, I took a little bit of that black eyeshadow and put it on top of the glitter. Next thing that I did was tightline the eyes, and this is a eyeliner pencil from Milani Cosmetics. I did a little color correcting for the circles under my eyes, and I'm using this City Color Dark Spot Corrector. I'm hitting that right under my eyes to give them a brightening effect. Next thing that I'm going to do is take this foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color 109, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to push that into my skin. I was really pinching the sides of it just to make sure that I could get around those winged eyes that I have. I popped on my favorite concealer at the moment, which is from Sephora. This is the Bright Future Concealer in Cream Caramel, and I blended that out as well with the beauty blender. It was really hard to get into the inner corners of my eyes because of the shape of the eyeshadow, so I had to use this concealer brush from Sephora and blend it in the smallest inner corners. This was actually one of the most difficult parts of doing this look because I was trying so hard not to smudge that black eyeshadow. So I had to literally do like tiny little taps in order to get that blended in. I am contouring my nose with the Sephora contour stick, and I'm also contouring my face. I love this stick, it's so creamy. And then I'm just blending that in first with a fluffy brush and then with the beauty blender. I'm taking just a little bit of bronzing powder and going over that contour that I blended in just to define it a little bit more. And then also on my cheeks, I'll run the bronzer over that as well, all over my face. I'm taking a little bit of setting powder on this Morphe M459 brush, and I'm going to cut under that contour just a little bit and then blend it out with this fluffy brush from Real Techniques. Next, I'm going to go back into that Modern Mattes palette, into that black eyeshadow, and just take it and drag it slightly under my lash line. And I'm just using a fluffy brush for this. I'm going to darken my waterline with this black eyeliner. Make sure that it blends into the lash line. I'm going to take this gold eyeshadow in this Pacifica eyeshadow palette. And I'm just going to drag it on that lash line on top of that black eyeshadow. So it's going to have kind of like a glittery, smoky effect. I'm using this blush by Bang Beauty in the color Smoked Peach, and I'm going to dab that onto the apples of my cheek. And next I'm taking a little bit of highlighter. This is the Desi X Katie collection in the color Midame, and I'm going to use that to highlight the high points of my face. I'm going to dab on a little mascara for my lashes to stick. This is the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal, and I'm putting that on the bottom and the top. I'm lining my lips with a lip liner from MAC. This is Strip Down. And then I am using the Desi X Katie collection lipstick in the color More Creamer Please. Gonna go into this gold color right here in the Huda Beauty mini palette. I'm using that to give my lips some highlight. And then on top of that, I used a highlight from Laura Geller, and this is in the color Gilded Honey. Popped on my lashes. These are Ardell Wispies. And of course I use House of Lashes glue. The next part was a little tricky. I got these little sticky circles from Michaels, and at first when I tried to put them on by themselves, it would not stick to my brows. So I dabbed a little bit of eyelash glue. I let it get tacky, and then I popped them on. The next part was the wig. I got this wig from Amazon, shook it up, played around with it, took a couple of selfies, and we were done. So guys, this is the makeup look of Mrs. Witch. I really hope that you guys not only enjoyed this tutorial, but the other videos in this series. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and then also make sure that you go out to see A Wrinkle in Time. As always, you guys can follow me on all of my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and I will see you guys later. Thanks, bye. Oh, I should change my top. That's weird. What did I say? Shoot. Oh, oop, don't want to show that.
Babe, I totally forgot he was in Cadillac Records.
All right.